In this world of AI-led automation, speed and accuracy still tend to be the parameters that are going to be detrimental for businesses to succeed.
Yes.
But how does that materialize in regulated, volatile markets?
So this is an interesting question, that how fast can your car go? And not only depend on how strong is your engine is, but how powerful are your brakes.
Correct.
If your brakes are not very powerful, if you take your car very fast, it is going to crash. When you are building something for speed, you need to build for safeguards, and you need to build for brakes. That is a given. Okay, if you don't do that, you are going to fail. Very important thing to understand. So that is the job of the designer of the AI systems to build safeguards.
Welcome to Discover Dialogues podcast, powered by TechDogs. The world of business and technology is evolving at breakneck speed. AI breakthroughs, digital transformation, and game-changing innovations are reshaping industries every day. On this show, we dive into the trends, ideas, and strategies driving the future. We're sitting down with industry leaders, innovators, and disruptors to bring you fresh insights, bold perspectives, and real conversations that matter. So plug in, tune in, and let's discover what's next.
Today on the show, we are joined by Shailesh Dhuri, CEO of Decimal Point Analytics, a pioneer who's navigated everything from India's first money market mutual fund to AI systems that sense financial health like a doctor checking a policy. With over 2 decades of experience in trading, fund management, and analytics, Shailesh brings a rare depth where leadership meets foresight and data meets purpose. Let's dive in. Welcome to another episode of Discover Dialogues by TechDogs. Welcome to the show, Mr. Shailesh.
Thank
How
you.
are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Mr. Shailesh, before we actually get into AI, risk, financial markets, let's rewind a bit. You've been at the forefront of, leading, or the evolving India's financial markets. Right, and from pioneering, say, perhaps new investment products to even running an analytic firm today by yourself. Would love to understand what that journey has been like, right? So I understand you started your career in trading.
Yes,
and then you
financial
went
market tradings.
and then you did a couple of other things, and then you are here today.
Yes.
So why don't you unwind that story for us a little?
So after finishing my education, I joined Unit Trust of India, where I was fund manager and trader. And there I got an opportunity to set up interesting things like India's first money market mutual fund.
Oh, nice.
So now that is maybe 1/3 of the mutual fund industry. At that time, it was not there. So talking to regulators, and it is a fintech, for original fintech.
Yeah.
That time it was not called fintech, because in money market mutual fund, wherever you put the money has to come to Mumbai within 3 to 4 hours. And this was pre-internet days. You can imagine that.
Yeah.
What kind of systems we had to put in
I can
place.
imagine.
So, and then developing the market, going and telling people what it is. So I learned how to develop markets where none exists. So that was an important learning for me. Then I helped develop India's first primary dealership firm in private sector. Okay. Primary dealership is where, when Government of India has to borrow, they're intermediaries to get other people to invest in Government of India bonds. Otherwise, usually banks invest. That was another journey for me as to something new concept. And that gave me confidence that I can run my own company. Okay. Because I had seen how to develop new markets. Not only just analyze markets. So that gave me confidence that I can run a company which can analyze markets, which can analyze equities, which can analyze debt. That is how we started in 2003. And over a period of time, we saw the need for data analytics more than the, let's say, the research opinion, buy this stock or sell this stock. So, and then from that, we saw the need for AI. We invested into AI teams in 2013. So people are talking about AI today, now. So that confidence came from all this experience. So this analytics and data became core to us, because we saw that financial markets is not just tick movement. It is the people's emotions interacting with numbers.
Correct.
That is important. So numbers you need to capture on real time basis, and AI helps you capture the emotions, and both you put together, you get a beautiful outcome out of it. That is how our journey has been. It has been a beautiful journey. Obviously, there's ups and downs. 2007 crisis was one of the down. Pandemic was a challenge, which we overcome nicely. So this is my journey.
Fantastic. So you talked about creating India's first money market fund, right? And I want to double click on this because you said you created something that never existed.
Yes.
And then it brings its own set of challenges.
Yes.
What did it look like, and what were those challenges?
Okay. Now, those challenges were multiple. Okay. Challenges were going and talking to regulators as to why this is important. So, at one side there is RBI, other side there is SEBI. So both wanted to regulate this. And, this is something new, so I want to control. So talking to both as to who should regulate. So it is playing that role. That is one part. Then going and talking to potential investors. So corporate treasuries benefit the most from investing in liquid funds. Now they are called liquid funds. So why this is better? How we can get interest? How we can get money? Then you require to have banking ecosystem to support this.
Correct.
Any fintech product requires banking ecosystem. So banks were looking at it as a competitor for their deposits. So talking to banks, why it is a competition? While if you don't cooperate, how you will lose out.
Yes.
So these were all the challenges. And I will tell you a very interesting story. I learned to learn with regulators very early in my career. So when I started my career, I had an opportunity to put India's first Indian ATM. Okay. So that time there are only 4 or 5 ATMs in India. Now we say 4 or 5 ATMs maybe on this road. Okay.
Yes, and I think by the way they might soon disappear also.
They will disappear. So all takes come and go. We decided to have a ATM which had chip and pin card. So maybe young people may not understand. Earlier, the debit cards used to be just magnetic
stripes. Yes.
So it was not so. Okay. In 94, when we put the first ATM, it was chip and pin, and world's first chip and pin.
Okay.
In Ahmedabad we put first. Then second in Fort branch in Mumbai. But RBI said entire world is on magnetic strip. So we had to write off our investment. So we went back. Okay. In technology,
we went back. We said
we set back ourselves by 20 years.
My God.
So that was a learning for me. So all these are learnings that if you don't talk to regulator, then they will send you back in time. If you don't talk to customers, you will get back. So that was the setting up of a entrepreneurship.
So the way I look at it, right? So you went from building money markets to building intelligence.
Yes.
Today, right? So your journey at Decimal Point Analytics started in 2003.
Yes.
Okay. And since then, and I think I would say in the last, say maybe 3 or 4 years, things have changed drastically.
Yes.
Right. Now AI has come in into the foray. It's changing a lot of things. So the question I have for you is that there is so much emphasis on real-time data today that as an individual you are looking at AI to be redefining the way systems are working. Okay. So how do you kind of make those risk and investment calls with AI coming into it?
Yeah. So see, this is not a first change that is happening. Okay. So when I started the company with my co-founders, who also are very good in, let's say, understanding the risks, it helps us in the journey. So when my decision to start the company was because India got internet. We got in 97. It took some time for me to gather capital and start this company. There was no venture capital in India at that time. But before internet, if we want to do research analysis, if we want to, let us say, know about India steel industry, okay, you're sitting in Pune. What you have to do is take Deccan Queen, come to Mumbai, go to Reserve Bank of India Library, or go to British Council Library, and actually open up magazines and see. So that was the routine. Now, after internet came, the workflow changed. Now you can type. Now means before in Google's search bar, and you get the news items.
Correct.
That this steel industry, this company is making so much profit, or this company is planning to have this kind of new plant, or this country is putting this kind of tariffs. Those are now available. So I have seen one change of cycle. So what earlier used to take maybe 6 months of research time, after Google it became 3 weeks of research time.
Correct.
Now with LLMs, 3 weeks of research time became 3 hours of research time. Okay, so it's the progress.
Correct.
So what is going to happen is when the time required reduces, what is getting reduced is the mundane activities.
Correct.
The need for application of human brain is not getting reduced. That is always there. So earlier time to say travel by train is getting reduced. Now now it is copying from one website into let's say Word file is getting reduced. But reading that, analyzing that, making sense of that, that is still there. Another thing is that this is going to create more opportunities.
Correct.
Because whenever the cost of something falls, the demand for that is going to increase. People make accusations, or people make assumptions that since now AI is coming and AI is taking over this particular task, jobs are going to go away. No, they are not going to go away. So let me give you example from a domain from where I started my career. So financial markets. So financial markets, listed companies, everybody talks about stock market. So in the world over, there are about 50 to 60,000 listed stocks.
Okay.
But how many actually companies are there in the world? Companies means businesses. They could be limited companies, they could be partnerships, they could be
LLPs,
proprietorship. There are 30 crore businesses.
Okay.
And out of that, in my opinion, 1 crore are such that they can get listed.
Okay.
Or how many are listed? 60,000 only. Because the cost of analysis, cost of information flow in the pre-AI world was very high, even in the internet world.
Got it.
So when that falls, and if there are 1 crore company listed, imagine the number of jobs that analysts will have. But people just say that now analyst time is reduced. How there is going to create job. But also risk management becomes easier. So risk management or information flow or the laws are all the results of current technology level. Better information you have, more you can decide, faster you can decide. And also now you can create scenarios that cost of building scenarios in the world of LLM has fallen. So you can build 20 scenarios, 30 scenarios and say, if this scenario happens, I will take this action. And if this scenario takes, I will take that action. Earlier, it was very costly to build those scenarios. Scenario planning could have been done maybe 5 years ago only by the very largest of the companies. Now, even the small size company using LLM can do scenario planning. So the actual risk management will become easier.
Right. So what I'm understanding is also that because of the ability to be able to build these many multiple futures, human judgment is also going to become more important.
Yes, human judgment is something that is finally irreplaceable. What we are building is for humans, and somebody who is appointed by human. Even if a computer is acting, that computer is going to act on behalf of some human being. So it is finally for a human being. So that is not going to get replaced. So human judgment is not going to replace, and human need is not going to get replaced. So both are going to be there. Our need, except for let's say food, the calories requirement is limited. You can't eat more than 2000 calories, otherwise you'll become big.
Yeah.
But if you have more money, you will every day try different cuisine, right?
True.
Right. And so when we have more resources, demand is going to just increase enormously.
So now that we live in a world that I fondly called as AI-led automation.
Yes.
Okay, because earlier, I think the first cycle that we went through was just automation, computer-led, and now you have these which are very specific to AI now, and it's at scale, right?
Yes.
It's highly at scale. Okay, and then in this world of AI-led automation, speed and accuracy still tend to be the parameters that are going to be detrimental for businesses to succeed. Okay, but how does that materialize in regulated or volatile markets?
Yes, anything where you want to. So this is an interesting question, that how fast can your car go? Okay, doesn't not only depend on how strong is your engine is, but how powerful are your brakes.
Correct.
If your brakes are not very powerful, if you take your car very fast, it is going to crash. When you are building something for speed, you need to build for safeguards, and you need to build for brakes. That is a given. Okay, if you don't do that, you are going to fail. Very important thing to understand. So that is the job of the designer of the AI systems, to build safeguards and to build brakes, that when to apply brake and how fast to apply the brake. So, and how they should get applied. So without that, you cannot build. And actually what happens is that the AI decision making is such that it can handle uncertainty.
Correct.
Okay. So the situations where you have to have brakes applied under uncertainty also becomes possible.
Correct.
Earlier, if there were many cases of, you could have seen computer programs just going on doing the same task, where even then it didn't make sense. Now they won't do it. So if the designer of that system is careful enough. So again, human judgment becomes important.
Good. It's interesting you say that, because the moment you said that, what do you if you want to drive fast, what do you need? For me, the first thing that came, and it was not brakes, it was engines for sure. The second I thought was the roads. But it's a very interesting take, that if you want to really build a machine that has to, or a business that has to go at a speed, you have to build those safeguards, to ensure that everything's in there, right there in that spot. But just building on this, right? So one of the things that came across in one of our previous conversations was something that you called as a traffic light system.
Yes.
And I would love for you to elaborate that for our audiences.
Yeah. So traffic light system is the decisions where you can completely rely on machine. Those are green areas where you do not know whether you can rely on machine or you rely on human. That's the yellow. So there is a probability range, and the probability range is below a certain threshold. The machine has to hand over decision to human.
Okay, got it.
I'll give you an example of that afterwards.
Sure.
And then the final is where you don't want the decision to be taken by machine ever. Okay, that's a red no-go area.
Got it.
So, in your personal life, okay, let's say nowadays young people go use dating. So yes, what profile to suggest, machine can do. Okay, but which profile to select, you won't let the machine to decide, right?
Correct. Yes.
That you want to decide.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's the red area.
Correct.
Okay. And which profile to suggest is a green area.
Green area.
You understood that?
Yeah.
And yellow area is, I'll give a very interesting example. Air Canada had an issue. So they had deployed LLM to answer questions of their customers.
Okay.
So one customer, before booking a ticket, asked what is the refund policy. Now LLM has been taught that you please the customer. Okay. So it created a refund policy which was not there, but it gave a lot of money back if you cancel the ticket. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a yellow, right? If I don't find a refund policy with which the customer is going to be happy, then refer the decision back to another human.
Yes.
And do not go and create
a refund policy by yourself.
So that is what they did it. The LLM did it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a yellow kind of situation.
So yeah, no. So I love that analogy actually. I think in many ways it's the same traffic light system could be applied to your personal life. If you really look at it, right? There are certain things that you don't have to do.
Correct.
Certain things I think you should refer to your wife.
Yes.
And certain things are go. But yeah, so obviously, you built this system, the business for the last 2 decades or so now. And then, when you build something of that sort, okay, there are these traits that some of the things that you've learned along the way, right? So early start of your career, you learned something, and then while you were building this, you build some traits out, because there is ambiguity, there is complexity, then obviously there are these external factors, right? So in your opinion, what are those traits that allow for navigating leadership challenges when you build something of this?
So another trait is that so at a leadership level, and then at a let's say middle management level, at leadership level you should be able to see beyond the corner and prepare for it, and have various scenarios planned so that you can deal with various circumstances that might arise, because always you are in for surprise. Pandemic was a surprise. Now what Trump is doing might be a surprise. We have to be ready. We have to think of the situations and be ready for that, and also accept the change with open arm. If you don't accept the change with open arm, you will get wiped out. So and sometimes even if you get wiped out, if you accept the change, you can get reborn. So I always tell a story of Fujifilms versus Kodak. See, earlier there was these cameras which had films.
Yes.
And when mobile phone came, nobody is using that.
Correct.
Now, if you recall, there were many companies. One of them Kodak, one of them Fujifilm. Kodak went out of business because they didn't accept the change. Although they were the pioneers in digital, they didn't. Fujifilm accepted the change, and they repurposed the technology of film to medicines, and they are now bigger than what they were there earlier. In a totally different field. So those are things that are required for very senior people at the top level. Middle level, you have to always learn new skills. That is important skill. So that is when I hire somebody, I see where the person is willing to learn new skills.
And you talk about this concept of you are a Renaissance person, as you describe yourself. And you talk about this concept of hyper specialization. What is that all about?
So this is hyper specialization concept comes from actually colleges and schools. Because colleges, professors want to have a particular type of courses, they create hyper specialization. And we look at professors and degrees as, let's say, the gurus. Then I would say, okay, I am going to become this kind of specialist. Okay, even in finance, I am going to become a CFA, or I am going to become ICWA, or I am going to become gastro doctor, or I am going to become doctor for neuro. Real life is not like that.
True.
Real life is one continuous thing. Okay, and you have to be master in multiple things. The real value lies in interaction between two specialities. That is where the value lies.
Okay.
Now, people are seeing, let us say, you must be reading a lot of cases where people are falling sick and they're asking ChatGPT, and ChatGPT's answers are better than what doctors are saying. Okay. Are those doctors stupid? No. They have spent 7-10 years of their life in becoming a master in that one particular area. But that is the problem. They have become too narrow. While ChatGPT is wider. And this is the problem which I recognized 20 years ago.
Okay.
So if you look at my blog website, I use a Sanskrit phrase called Vyasos Uchitam Jagatam Sarvam. What is the meaning of that? That Maharshi Vyas, okay, who wrote our epic, has tested the entire world. Uchitam means Ushta Kela Marathi मध्ये, or has tasted.
Yeah.
Jagatam Sarvam, the entire world.
Who is the one who has tasted the
entire world.
Yeah.
So a sage or a expert has to taste the entire world. And that is my philosophy. So I read books about philosophy, I read books about science, I read books of mathematics, I read books about aerodynamics, and everything. And I don't restrict myself saying that since I have a degree in this, I don't understand the field. Okay.
Got it.
So that is and that is how you should think. That is how I feel everybody should think that way.
You know, you've often said that purpose is everything.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, because what drives? Okay, so what drives humans? Okay, it is the purpose that drives the humans. Okay, purpose and values. So just take example of somebody who's trying to climb Mount Everest for first time. Edmund Hillary trying to and Sherpa Tenzing. Now it is a very difficult trick. Why they were able to climb it? Because they had a purpose in mind. Or we are here sitting today in Pune. Pune has a very interesting history, right? Shivaji Maharaj has stayed here, and after death of Shivaji and Sambhaji, the people of Pune and surrounding area fought war for 27 years. What made them fight that 27-year war? Okay, when there was no leader available, because Shivaji gave them a purpose, a direction.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So when there is a purpose to the organization is motivated to go in a direction, whether leader is there or not. Okay. When the purpose is not there, when the next downturn, the organization disintegrates.
Got it.
Very important point to keep in mind. People should be there for purpose. Obviously, everybody has to feed their family. Everybody has to have good life.
Correct.
Everybody has to earn money.
Absolutely.
But purpose should be driving force.
Obviously, markets are changing faster.
Yeah.
Then there is, on the business side, there are requirements that keep on changing.
Yes.
Then there is the cycles in the sectors that you are in that keep on changing. As a business owner or as a leader, how do you kind of decide that this is something that I'm going to persist with, or I think this is the time for pivot?
So very interesting question. See, the tactics around the business can change weekly or monthly, depending on how the market situation changes. The strategy about which market to go or which geography to go after, which persona to talk to, might change annually or maybe every 2 years. What will not change is the values for which you are building the business. What your business stands for. Okay, that might change once in 10 years, once in 20 years, or may not ever change. So once you understand that, then managing cycles becomes easier, because you need to respond, and you will respond to only the basic minimal things while keeping the values intact. So if I can give example from consumer market, let's say Sony is a company now existing for 70 years, and it has remained relevant all the times by continuously changing. Their values are not changed.
Yeah.
It's a consumer electronics company.
Okay.
The products that they have, the way they sell, the features of the products, the target segments have changed. but that value has never changed. So that is something that one needs to keep in mind. And pivot is something when the business, the founder does not value what they are doing, cannot stay awake at 3 o'clock thinking about the customer's problems and how they can solve, then the business may need to pivot. Otherwise, business can continue in the same area for long.
No, but don't you think external pressures sometimes force businesses to pivot?
External pressure, if you are not able to find product market fit, you need to pivot.
Okay.
So that is the question of survival. But how to find product market fit within your value system is a question of infinite dimension. And you can create solutions around that. What sometimes people get stuck is there is a bias that the first solution or first 2 or 3 solutions become my final solutions. And and then you say, if these 3 things don't work, then this sector is not for me. But that sector has multiple solutions, multiple options. So that is what Decimal Point has done. We have now so many different solutions and so many different iterations that we have gone, because we have kept on understanding customers, we have kept on understanding where they want to go, where we want to go, where technology is coming, where people's skill sets are coming, and we're able to change accordingly without pivoting very drastically.
No, you often talk about that there's a difference between a client being intelligent versus client being more informed.
Yeah, so that is another thing. So what is the motivation that I have is that when we build something, I want the client to be intelligent and not just informed, because informed client stays informed for a day or for an hour. The next information set comes, he might become uninformed. But intelligent is something that you are creating analytics for them, building suits of information where the new information goes to him or her very quickly, that they remain intelligent at all times. That is very critical for success of a business like ours. Otherwise, you are not able to differentiate as to what you are selling. Are you selling? Everybody is saying that data analytics means I am using data to create information. But it is not just information. It is intelligence that matters.
Interesting. I mean, for me, I think I've never looked at it from that angle, right? So I always thought it was creating value. But now that I look at it, if I really made a client more intelligent in the context of whatever our business or my business is, but I think it would serve the same purpose.
Yes. So then it is up to the customer to see how they can create value.
Correct.
Or we can co-create the value for the customer.
Correct.
But without customer being intelligent about the situation, we cannot do it.
Yeah.
And that is what, let us say, in Decimal Point, we have been able to do. So I'm proud to say that, let us say, in global IPO market coverage, for our customers, we are able to enable them with the fastest in the world and the most widest. There are big brands in the world, I don't want to take their names, but we are better than them.
Nice.
Our mutual fund coverage in US, other parts, we are the fastest. Corporate data coverage with the fastest. Why? Because this is, I want my customer to be not just informed but intelligent.
Fantastic. So Shailesh, up to this point, we've covered AI, we've covered financial markets, we've talked about leadership. And before we wrap up, we'd love for our audiences to know you a little bit more personally.
Yes.
So we're going to do a quick rapid fire round with you.
Yes.
Light-hearted, and I'm assuming engaging. But would love for you to have a go at it. Be as candid and as quick as possible.
Yes.
Let me know when you're ready and we'll go for it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. Tea, coffee during deep thinking sessions.
Espresso martini.
Okay.
Let me explain that.
Sure.
Why espresso martini? Okay, there is this Hindi movie thing which says, dip this fellow in liquid oxygen.
Okay.
Liquid will not allow him to breathe. Oxygen will not allow him to die. Okay. espresso martini does the same thing to your brain.
Is it?
Okay, because you are
Yeah, you are a
putting caffeine as well as liquor,
liquor,
and that the brain then runs very fast.
Fantastic. Next time I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
One habit that is non-negotiable in your daily routine.
Morning walk is
Morning walk.
very important, and reading books.
Okay. A quote or saying you find yourself repeating quite often.
So there are multiple things that I repeat myself, and one thing is that it's whatever happens is not because the world is against you. Okay, it happens because of randomly, and it is your job to make it right.
Okay. What's your favorite go-to food?
My favorite go-to food is Marathi foods.
Okay.
And Malwani Vade.
Oh, nice.
Is my favorite food.
One luxury you always indulge in while traveling.
Have some books to read.
Okay.
With me. Because that is my life definition of luxury.
Okay. A film or series you've watched more often.
So, Blacklist.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
Blacklist
nice.
is a
fantastic.
series.
I didn't see the end. I think they dragged it a little out, but I think I saw the first 9 seasons just until COVID.
Yeah, 10th was the last season.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
So I watched till the 9th.
Yes.
Just before COVID is when they had to make some changes.
And now Panchayat.
Oh yeah, Panchayat turned out to be really
Yes,
good as
Panchayat
well.
is a very interesting series.
Nice. If your life had a documentary title, what would it be?
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, nice. Fantastic. What is more powerful, data or intuition?
It's data-driven intuition.
Okay. What's that one historical figure you'd love to have a 30-minute conversation with?
Shivaji Maharaj.
Okay. What's your go-to music or background track?
Go-to music by Veer Savarkar.
Nice.
All the songs written by Veer Savarkar.
Nice. One leadership book you would actually recommend to people?
Yes. So there is a very interesting book. Okay, Seeking Wisdom from Darwin to Munger.
Okay.
It's a very thick book, but it is the book of life and leadership.
Oh, nice. Definitely. Would you rather have an AI that predicts markets or the one that predicts human behavior?
AI that works with humans.
One last one. What's your favorite thinking spot outside of work?
So, National Park in Mumbai.
Yes. Nice.
That
Very
is,
beautiful. Very beautiful.
go for a walk, and that's a thinking spot.
Shailesh, thank you so much for joining us today. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. I think we had a great, insightful conversation, and our audiences would love it. Any parting words?
So, I think you are doing a great job of bringing the technology in a simple manner to the world, and that is what I also like to do. So, it was great talking to you.
Thank you so much. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, or your favorite podcast app. Catch past episodes and more at techdogs.com. See you next time.